person, but a better person, and he took time to evaluate himself and look within. When asked about his quarterback and new roommate, AB said, "Tom is my boy, one of the greatest leaders to be around. He's been a great guy to have in my corner and one of my close friends." Shannon, are you buying what AB is selling?
Skip, he's saying all the right things. But as my grandpa used to tell my brother and I see better than I hear. Because I've heard all of this before. And then I turn around and see what I've seen. So no one has more to prove, more to do before I believe him than Antonio Brown. I hope everything that he says comes to fruition. He's a better person. He's learned from his mistakes, his transgressions. He's ready to move forward, do all the right things. I've heard all of this before. Skip, you remember after he went live, Facebook Live, we had him on the show in Houston. Oh, I was wrong. I'm a team player that's not like me. All those things, soft monotone, had people convinced. Man, you too hard on AB. AB, he just made one mistake. Everybody bought into it. I said, okay. And then boom, again, and again, and again. Okay, and then they let him go in Pittsburgh, and then he comes out, I'm going to do things by my rules. The NFL don't play by my rules. Hey, forget them. I don't need the NFL. And then guess what? He came to the realization, what he should have done, said, hold on. I'm messing with the NFL. Is this the NFL that suspended Tom Brady, even though he might have didn't do anything, they suspended him? What you think they'll do to me, Skip? He ain't do that. He go to Oakland, act a fool. Go to New England. All you got to do, he should have thrown his phone away. He just say, Tom, what you do with that phone? That phone that the NFL was looking for, what you do with it? Tom said, I beat it up. Well, he should have beat his up, and he'd have still been in New England. Nope. So
Tom changes phones once a year. That's all he did.
I'm just saying he might have scrubbed it like old Secretary Clinton.
Yeah, right.
He scrubbed it. Still, nobody had, I believe it when I see it. I hope everything that he said is true. But, Skip, I can't put no stock in AB. I really can't, Skip, because I've been burned too many times. I mean, normally you tell a kid, hot, but they won't believe you until they touch it. AB told me he's changed. I believed him. Nope, nah, you ain't going to get me again. You have to show me for an extended period of time. And I'm not just talking about for the rest of this season. You basically got to show me for the rest of your career before I believe anything that you going to say.
So, if AB had signed with Seattle, or let's say even Green Bay, and I had seen him do that press session he did yesterday, I would have just muted my TV. I just watch his lips go blah, 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 because it's just a lot of blah, blah. We've heard it all before 1,000 times, but the actions have never matched the words.
Correct.
Got it. I am buying now what he's selling because reportedly he is living with Tom Brady. That's all I need to know. I still say Tom Brady, over 20 years, has proven to be the greatest leader in sports history.
Okay.
And you can be cynical all you want, and you could be right. And usually I'd be right beside you on this. Just because it's Brady and it's last chance you, as you say, this is it for Antonio Brown as we knew and sometimes loved him. This is it. If he blows this shot, a second shot with the GOAT, this league is going to be out on him. And he has to know that. And it sounds like Tony Robbins has helped, being able to get with self-help guru, thanks to Brady opening that door. Maybe it has helped a little bit. Maybe he got some other counseling. I loved what he said, because how can you not? It wasn't just saying the right thing. It was saying the greatest things you could ever think to say. I don't know if he had help on this, but it was like... It's like he's reading from a book, like a classic novel, because every quote was, this whole thing about it feels surreal to be out there on the field with these guys after a year and a half away, something I don't take for granted. I have a great appreciation, a better perspective. It's such a blessing.
So now he doesn't take it for granted? So when you in Pittsburgh as a 6th-round draft pick, work your way up, you took that for granted. You go to Oakland, even after you got unceremoniously released from Pittsburgh, you parlay that into 2 years, $30 million, guaranteed. But you took that for granted. You get a reprieve, Skip. You go to the greatest run organization at the time, best, greatest GOAT head coach, GOAT quarterback. You took that for granted. So this is the time that you're not taking anything for granted. So you want me to, so all the other times, I shouldn't have believed what you said. This is the time you want me to believe you.
That is correct.
I can't.
I'm not a different person, said Antonio Brown. I'm just a better person. Okay? Boy, I don't know.
Don't you want to see, Skip?
Yeah, I want to see it. But then on Brady, he just raved, as he should have. So just saying it. Is it just lip service?
Skip, if I vouch for you, you better co-sign me.
Tom is my boy, said AB. One of the greatest leaders to be around, encouraging, inspiring, gets the best out of the people around him. I'll buy all that. Greatest quarterback of all time, bingo. Nothing I've done in the past matters to him now. Okay?
Yes.
Good?
Yes.
Fresh start.
Exactly.
Let's start over.
Yes.
Okay, got it. It's so great to learn from him, be around him, live around him, discipline, work ethic, approach. He's always been a great guy in my corner and one of my close friends. We debated yesterday. Can they really be friends? You're like, pretty skeptical to the point of cynical about that. I'm buying.
Okay.
It seems like he's at the right place at the perfect time, and he is really lucky because usually you don't get 2 shots with the GOAT.
Right.
What are the odds? The GOAT had to leave New England because he burned Antonio burned the bridge with Robert Kraft by tweeting about him. Like, you got caught, now you're trying to blame me, right? Okay. And now it took Tom Brady going to Tampa and convincing a coach who was completely out on AB because he coached him for his first, 2 years in the league, and
saw what he was becoming.
Just saw it. Called him a diva, said bad fit, wrong guy for our locker room. But the GOAT said, Bruce, BA, no, you got to do this. And the GOAT vouched.
I think that,
the GOAT put his tail on the line with BA and said, I got this.
Tom had, Skip, you and I both know, had Tom still been in New England, AB's not coming back to New England. So he had to go to an organization where he's mythical there. See, the Patriots look at Tom Brady, I mean, Mr. Kraft, he looks at him like a son. But Coach Belichick, who's running things, he looks at Tom just like he's any other player. Tom Brady is the greatest, he's the greatest quarterback. Okay, fine, give you that. One of the top 2 or 3 players, I'll give you that. But that's not how Coach Belichick sees him. He goes anywhere else, Skip. That's how everybody else views him. So he comes with a level of cachet in Tampa he was never going to get in New England. Tom Brady could have said, I want this guy, that guy, and Coach Belichick would have gone the opposite. He said, I want A. Coach Belichick go come back with C. He ain't going to even get him B. He going to get him C, Skip, because that's how Coach Belichick operates. But for Tom Brady to put his name on the line, that's saying something. And I get that, Skip. I give you that. But I still believe at the end of the day, in this menu, sports, there's a menu, Skip. And unfortunately on this menu, there's only 2 items, wins and losses. And AB
people go to your restaurant only if they lose.
Cowboys. Cowboys come. I mean, I can't keep them out of there. I need them to stop coming by my restaurant, Skip.
So I will admit that AB lost me with his final declaration yesterday when he went so far as to say, no matter what BA says, he always has good intentions for his player. I wouldn't be here without him today. And then responding to what got said back and forth, social media between BA and AB. They're flipped initials. AB said, things said online I don't know or pay a lot of attention to. You tweeted it. You tweeted. You blasted your coach. And it was just like, wasn't it like 2 months ago or whatever?
But that's the thing, Skip. It's like, he does things like, and see, the problem is that hopefully what Tony Robbins told him, bruh, a lot of them people in your corner, them yes guys, they tell you what you want to hear. They're not telling you what you need to know. So they would go, oh yeah, AB, tell him, AB. Man, AB done made enough money. He don't need the NFL. Man, they get, hey, AB, you walk, do you, AB? Now, you see, I had to come, you know, I learned a lot, you know, I'm a better, Okay. You let the people gas you up if you want to.
I am sure there will be some minor incidents along this trail toward the Super Bowl.
It better not be, Skip. He gone.
I said minor incident.
What's minor?
Little tiny incident.
What, Skip? You can't.
Maybe he'll throw a cup of Gatorade as opposed to the whole container.
Skip, you can't come late. You got to be early. You got to be early, Skip.
Yeah.
First of all, Tom Brady's a guy that doesn't like to be. He's a punctual.
If you're riding to work with Tom Brady, you're going early.
Yes.
I'm just picturing the dynamic at Tom's house. Like, where is he sleeping? Is he hanging with the kids in his free time? It's really interesting. We will see after Sunday. Coming up, guys, former Cowboy Orlando Scandrick will join the show to talk about which version of